Okay, so let's go through a full solve as I take you through each of the steps. So remember, the first step is we're going to hold it so that white is facing down, yellow is facing up, and we're going to try and get a white cross on the bottom. So in this one, we're looking for white edges. Okay, so we're looking for white edges. I found this one here. Take a look. It's already matching, so we're fortunate for that one. It's actually a rather difficult solve straight away, but that's okay. So now let's say we find this white edge, green, white. So we're going to rotate U, so this step here. Yeah, so we're at this step here. We're going to rotate, sorry, we're going to turn U and follow that piece. Following that piece until it matches its color. So white, green, it's matching green. But take a look, it's not lined up. We want green with green. So when we're here, we do this algorithm. F R U R prime U prime. Watch very carefully that piece there, because there it is. Rotate it one more. And look, it's lined up perfectly. It's very tempting to look at this one. Ignore everything else except the one piece we're trying to focus on. So it lines up. From here, we're at this position. Lines up perfectly. Just do F2. And there we have it. So now let's go searching for another one. Take a look. This one here. White, orange. It's already lined up to where it's supposed to be. So now we can just do that algorithm again. So where are we here? So we're at this one. So it's lined up. Doing this algorithm again. F R U R prime U prime. Following very carefully that piece. I know it's tempting to now look at this one, but always follow the piece that you've focused on. White, orange. Line it up again. And then from here, going back to this step, once it's lined up, just F2. And there it is. Now searching for another white edge piece. I found one here. White, blue. Turning U, and just follow that edge piece. Following, there it is. It's perfectly lined up. And now we just turn F2. We've done the bottom cross. Move on to the next step. So now we're looking at the first layer. Oops. Looking at the first layer here. So now in the exact same manner, we're going to look for corner pieces that have white. So in this case, I found one here. It is white, blue, red. And now we want to move it so that it's surrounding, or it's closest to the colors it's supposed to be. So white, blue, red, that's not matching here. So we're going to move it. So in the exact same way, we're going to turn U and follow that piece. So it was here, turn U and follow that piece until it's matching its colors. So there it is. It's matching blue with blue, red with red, white cross on the bottom. Now we do this algorithm here. We just repeat it, R U R prime U prime, but following very carefully that piece. So R U R prime U prime, there it is. R U R prime U prime, there it is. R U R prime U prime. Just keep going again and again. R U R prime U prime. R U R prime U prime. And look, so that piece is now where it's supposed to be. So we stop doing that algorithm. We repeat this again and again. So let's find another edge piece. Sorry, corner piece. There's one here. White, orange, green. Rotating and following that piece. Rotating and following that piece. There it is. Once it's perfectly near where it's supposed to be. So white, green, orange, white, green, orange. So this piece needs to go here. Now we just do this algorithm here. So this position is actually, oh, I named it 2.1.3, where this position here. So notice how white is facing up. We actually need to do that piece, well, that algorithm 3 times. So actually, if you get really good at it, take a look, you can get faster and faster. So R, U, R prime, U prime, that's 1. R, U, R prime, U prime, that's 2. R, U, R prime, U prime, that's 3. Once again, there it is. White, blue, orange. We need to turn and follow that piece until it's matching the center piece. So that is not matching. Blue, orange is not matching. Following that piece. Blue is matching, but red is not. So that's not in the correct position yet. One more time. There we go. Blue with blue, orange with orange, white facing up. That's this position here. So we're going to do it 3 times. I'm going to demonstrate to you how fast you can do it with lots of practice. 1, 2, 3, and there it is there. There's actually shortcuts, but I'm going to teach you with minimal algorithms to remember. There's another thing that you can learn, but just so you know, there's this one algorithm that will work and it'll simplify your life. One last piece. White, red, green, rotating and following. We'll just take a look. It's not in the right position. That's green and orange. That's not correct. So we're going to move this and follow it until it's matching red and green. So this is in the correct position here. This is actually the most ideal one. We just do this algorithm once. R, U, R prime, U prime. And there we have it. We keep repeating that step and, you know, thinking very carefully until we get first layer like this. So now let's move to the second layer. Okay, so the second layer, we're looking for pieces that are non-yellow because yellow is on top. So we want the middle piece, so this piece here. So now rotating, so find a piece that doesn't have yellow, in this case here. We want to line that color up perfectly to its correct color. So this piece here, we're going to turn U and follow. Turn U and follow until it matches, just always following this piece here. Turn U and follow, and there it is. It's perfectly lined up. And now we need to figure out, is it going to go left or right? For this one, because it's orange, orange is to its left, so it's going left. Because it's going left, where are we? We need to do one of these 2 algorithms here. Where are we? Oops. So if it's going to its left, we do this algorithm with L moves. So looking very carefully, this is going to go left, doing this algorithm here, nice and slowly. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. There's that piece. From this point, we just keep repeating that step. We find a non-yellow piece. So here's one. It's already matching the blue face. And look, it needs to go to its right because blue, red, and red is to its right. So it needs to go this way. Doing the other algorithm, this one here where my mouse is moving, doing that very carefully. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F, U, F prime. There it is. So don't get too caught up now. Let's find another edge piece that's not yellow. So here's another one. Green, red. So it's not matching. So we're going to rotate and follow until it's matching. Not yet. Rotate and follow it. There it is. Red with red. And take a look. Green is here. Green is to its right. So we need to do this algorithm here. So we're going to go to its right. So here we go, doing this algorithm again. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F, U prime, U, F prime. There we have it. Now, watching again, look for a non-yellow edge piece. If you saw one, take a look. It's actually good that in this particular solve, we find one here. Notice how it's already in the middle layer, right? Well, it's hard to, wish we could just twist it, but we can't. So this piece is in the correct place, but it's flipped over. So in this case, what we do is just pick any other edge piece. Let's say I want to put this one, let's say we put this here. Because if we put this piece in here, that piece has to come out. And I'll demonstrate to you what I mean. I'm going to make this piece, I know it doesn't belong here, but I'm just going to put this piece here. So making that going to its left, doing this algorithm here, U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. So remember that piece, it's now inside. But now look, there's the piece that we actually wanted. Now we can use this and put it back into the correct position correctly. So turning and following until it's matched up. Now this piece needs to go left. Doing the same algorithm again. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And now we're done with the center layer. So let's move on to the last step. Okay, so that's pretty much all of it, all of these first two PDFs. Now let's move on to the last step. So the moment we solved it, we're fortunate because we got the top cross already. So I'm just gonna arrange it. So let's pretend we didn't get the top cross. Okay, oops, sorry. Okay, let's pretend we didn't get the top cross. We solved the middle layer. We're here now. So remember, all we're gonna do is this algorithm here. If we're at 9 o'clock, so actually if you're at the dot, just do this algorithm and you will be at 9 o'clock. Okay, so if you're at dot, do the algorithm, you will be in 9 o'clock or horizontal bar. If you're at 9 o'clock, let's say you're here, rotate it so that the yellow piece is at 9 o'clock. Then with this as front and that up, we do the algorithm, take a look. F and take a look, that's the same algorithm that we did with F and F prime. So F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And we always will get the horizontal bar. You might get the vertical bar, but if you get a vertical bar, just rotate it so that it's horizontal. Horizontal bar, this is your front. Do the algorithm, F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and you will get a top cross. Once you have top cross, we're gonna hopefully look for fish. Take a look. If you're in fish, check and face the fish. Is there a yellow piece here? It's not. Well, that must mean you're not at left fish, you're at right fish. Because from here, you're going to have fish swimming away from you, and take a look, it's matching exactly what we want. Like this, we have yellow here and yellow facing you, and fish is facing upwards. Doing this algorithm, which is just reversed of this, R, U2, R prime, U prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. I think I messed that one up, but I think you get the idea. So you just had to do this algorithm carefully, and you will get all yellow on top. But if let's say you don't get all yellow on top, you can go back again and look at the various steps for OLL. So let's just say for this example we get spaceship. In this case, look, 2 yellow here, 2 yellow facing up and down, spaceship flying left, like that. So we do the algorithm again, the exact same one as left fish, R U R prime, U R U2 R prime, and we will get left fish. So fish is here, yellow's facing you, doing the algorithm again, R U R prime, U R U2 R prime. We get all yellow on top. So you're gonna have to cycle through and learn very carefully the different OLLs and how they always go towards left fish. So you want to make sure you get to left fish and you solve all the yellow on top. Once you have all yellow on top, we're going to do the edge permutations. So let's go skip to there. Now remember, what we want is we want to rotate just you until we get one edge perfectly matching. So we rotate again. Oh, actually, I'm getting all the worst examples here. If you take a look, all the edges are already matching. So if you get to this position, you skip straight towards the corner permutations. But let's pretend, I'm going to set it up. Let's pretend we get in this position. And look, we rotate, actually, you know what? Here, let's say we get to this position. We want one edge, only one edge lined up. So in this case, blue is lined up, and the other 3 are incorrect. Oh, there's 2 here, so actually this is incorrect. So let's rotate again. Oh, there we go. Take a look at the edge pieces. Red is lined up, but all the others are not. Remember, we're only looking at edge pieces now. So one red is correct, and the others are not. So now we're in this position. Look at where the edge pieces need to go. This one, it's yellow, blue. Well, yellow, blue needs to go to the blue face. So this needs to go this way. And likewise, green needs to go to green face. So this piece needs to go across. And this piece is orange, needs to go to orange face. So this needs to go this way. As we saw in the videos, this is a anti-clockwise, because take a look, it's going this way. So this is an anti-clockwise U permutation. We do this algorithm here. Doing this one very carefully. R, U prime, R, U, R, U. So remember, it's in brackets. We need to do that twice. R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. And take a look. We now have all the edges. So edge, 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 and edge. These are all correct. And now we're on to the last step for the corner permutation. I'm gonna set it up so we get the worst case scenario for this one. Whoops. One more time, let me try again. So let's say we get exactly, well, none. Take a look. None of the corners are correct. If you get no corners correct, we just do the algorithm, one of these two, and we will get one that is correct. So let's do one of these algorithms. You can pick whichever you like. Let's say we do this one. Let's say we do this one here. It's my favorite. Very carefully. So we get no corner pieces that are correct. Doing this algorithm, R2, U2, R, D, R prime, U2, R, D prime, R. Now if you look very carefully, we get exactly one corner that's correct. Then we hold that position so that we're facing yellow, and that correct position, the correct corner, is in the bottom left. And now from here we look at the other corners and figure out which way they need to go. In this case, take a look. Yellow, red, blue. Well, yellow, red, blue, that's here, because look, yellow, red, blue. So this piece needs to go that way. And this piece, yellow, red, green, that piece needs to go here. So that piece is going this way. Yellow, red, green. So it's actually, you can already see, it's an anti-clockwise cycle of the corners. So that's this algorithm here. Doing that algorithm one more time, very slowly now. R2, U2, R, D, R prime, U2, R, D prime, R. And we have a solved Rubik's Cube.